All right, everyone. We start off today with Trump's pitch, actually, to South Carolina voters with regards to the RNC potentially bailing Donald Trump out with his legal bills. The idea is, of course, they pay in. He can appeal his case, but he has to pay a bunch of money first, which I'm not sure about the actual legality of that. But these days, the justice system, so-called, basically acts with impunity, so it doesn't matter if it's legal or illegal. Basically, a judge decided it would be so, and therefore their word has become executive law or something like that. There are good and bad things about the suggestion. I do support the RNC backing their nominee, which will be Donald Trump. It will be evident in 2 days. South Carolina's primary, of course. Nikki Haley will lose in her own home state. If she has any self-awareness at all, she will then drop out. I don't know that she has enough self-awareness to do so, so we'll see what happens with that. I'm definitely going to be live streaming, by the way, on Saturday. That's going to be a special evening event. I'll go for a few hours. Basically, the race will probably be called within the first 10 minutes of results coming in, so it's not going to be a long show, but it'll be fun anyway. That's why I'm not live streaming today, by the way. The problem is that the RNC is close to broke, and that Donald Trump, with his Truth Social deal that just went through, they got listed, his shares alone worth billions of dollars. So Donald Trump actually does have the means to pay his legal bills. He's got fuck you money at this point. It's actually astonishing. I mean, Truth Social basically is the Trump media platform. It's tied with Rumble to an extent, with Rumble, because they use that as the embedded video player. And so, it's a beefy site. It does have a lot of regular users, but it's not on the same order as Twitter or something like that, but it's still got a multi-billion-dollar evaluation. Donald Trump flush now, probably doubling his net worth in the process. The RNC, meanwhile, is having problems because Trump fans don't want to donate to the RNC because the RNC is seen as backstabbers, basically, neocons. This is not, by the way, actually wrong. It's actually the case. It's actually the case. I wouldn't donate to them. I've donated to Trump. I donated to Herschel Walker. Those are the only two campaigns I've ever donated to. I didn't even donate to Ron Paul back in the day, although I would have liked to, because at the time I was a poor college student living off of ramen and things like that. Yeah. But the idea is a good one. But it's not actually actionable. The problem is the RNC doesn't have the kind of means. The RNC is far more broke than Trump will ever be. He could buy and sell the RNC at this point, based just on the Truth Social stock. If he liquidated a portion of it, he could buy and sell the RNC. I do believe that Laratrump should have a role in the RNC, by the way, which is why she's going to political events and sort of pitching things. I think that would be a good idea. She's palatable, she's intelligent, she's a Trump, so that matters within the modern day Republican Party. It sort of is becoming the party of Trump when you think about it. But the RNC doesn't have the money right now. They can't pay Trump's legal expenses. It would be nice if they could. It would be a kind gesture. Hey, our candidate is in debt because of politicized, weaponized courts, and so we're paying it off. And no more problems. He can go do his own thing and raise money, and he can pay us back at his leisure. And I'm sure that he could probably do so fairly easily, especially when he can make billions of dollars in stocks instantaneously. But right now, the RNC is not in a position to do so. You saw like the Michigan branch of the Republican Party after their schism. They've got like $10,000. I've probably got more money in my bank account after taxes right now than the Republican branch in the state of Michigan. This is a state where Trump is almost 5 points ahead, by the way. He's kicking ass and taking names in Michigan. He's way out ahead of Joe Biden in both singular matchup polling and multi-way matchup polling, by the way. Doesn't matter if you fix for RFK Jr., Stein, and all of the others, as I predicted would be the case. He's flush. He's winning it. People haven't gotten the memo. I don't understand why people aren't more excited, by the way. Donald Trump is probably going to be reelected for the first time since the 19th century. We'll have a non-consecutive two-term president, partially because Biden is so god-awful. And people should be more excited about that. If the RNC can't make anything work, The RNC is not going to be able to make anything happen. I don't even know why Laratrump technically is pitching this, because you've got to know that they're broke. How much money do they have in their coffers at the national level? It's like, what was it, 1/6 or so of what the DNC has? Because the Democrats gobbled up all the corporate donors, and the corporate donors that didn't get gobbled up, they all backed Haley. What she should be pitching for, and what the RNC really should be pressing as an issue, is Nikki, get out of the goddamn race. 2 days from now, you're going to be humiliated by 20 or more points in your own home state. What the hell are you doing? Why are the donors bothering to donate to you? It's basically wasting money in their Hail Mary pass to try to stop Trump from being renominated. But the pitch is good. It's just that there's no methodology by which it can actually become a thing. The problem is the money is not there. Donald Trump could buy the RNC today. He has the means to do so. Despite Engoron's ruling, I loved it. I saw the other day there was a Salon article. No question about why it came from there. They're like, bankrupting Trump is just the first step. And they're talking about we need to disqualify him from the ballot, etc., etc. Throw him in a jail cell. Make sure that he's never seen or heard from a fucking again. Yeah, I mean, they're saying the quiet part out loud. The whole goal is just to bankrupt him for political reasons. But you failed. Because the verdict against Donald Trump is peanuts compared to the amount of money he made literally the next day on stock value alone. And he still has a bunch of properties around the world worth far more than the $300+ million verdict against him anyway. He can liquidate a couple of skyscrapers and sell them off, for office rental space and condos and stuff like that, golf courses. He can sell a couple of those off and the rest of it remains intact. He's still making, what, $50 to $100 million per year after taxes or some insane amount like that? Yeah, you've bankrupted him. You've really showed evil orange man who's boss. They failed, and it's hilarious. But the RNC won't be the people that are propping Trump up. He's going to have to do that himself because the Republicans are stupid when it comes to fundraising. That's about all. Peace out.